the party system in India. This is the topic. Political parties are considered as the backbone of democracy. In fact, political parties are the expressions in democracy. The basic difference between one political party and other political party is ideology. How can you distinguish one political party to the other political party? The basic distinction between one political party to the other political party is ideology. Coming to the Indian context, we have 7 national parties, 58 recognized regional parties, 58 recognized regional parties, and more than 1700 registered parties, and more than 1700 registered parties. First of all, how can you define a party as a state party, or how can you define a party as a national party in India? You all know in India we have various regions, religions, cultures. For the expression of regional interest, regional parties also flourishing. In fact, from 1967 onwards till date, regional parties or state parties playing a crucial role in India from 1967 to till date. You all know various regional parties like Akali Dal, Shiv Sena, Samajwadi Party, Telugudesam Party, TRS, DMK, AIADMK. These are all the parties of regional expressions. Regional parties are the parties for regional expressions. Registration of political parties often done, it is automatic, but getting recognition for a political party is a very difficult task, either for a state party status or a national party status. Getting recognition as a political party is a really great achievement. Why a particular political party should get a recognition? What is the need for recognition? The first and foremost thing is, if you get a recognition as a state party or a national party, for example, if you get a recognition as a state party, your symbol, party symbol, you can use across the state, throughout the state. All your candidates can contest using your symbol throughout the state. If you get national party status, throughout India, you can carry a same symbol. All your candidates will have the same symbol. They will have the same symbol. What is the utility of having a same symbol throughout India? If a national party have a same symbol throughout India, it's very advantage in the country like India, because the majority of Indian masses do not read the name but identify the symbol. In India, most of the voters in rural India and most of the uneducated and semi-literate people will go and see the party symbol and vote rather than read the name of the candidate and vote. And if a political party carries the same symbol throughout nation, it's very easy for identification. It's very easy for recognition or identification. That is the advantage of having same symbol throughout India for a national party. Same symbol throughout the state for a state party. For a state party. Second thing, if a party gets recognition, it will get land at a subsidized rates to construct party office. National party in the Delhi and state parties will also get land in their headquarters for at a subsidized rate for party activities. And even in AIR, All India Radio, Doordarshan, you will get a free time in the media for your campaigning. Even in your party expenditure, you can have the expenditure of star campaigners to get exempted. So there are many advantages if a party gets a recognition as a state party or national party. And this recognition of state party or a national party will be done by Election Symbols Order 1968. The recognition of a political party will be done in accordance with Election Symbols Order 1968. It's a very important question. Election Symbols Order 1968. Election Commission of India will recognize this. It was the duty of the Election Commission of India to accord recognition to a party as a state party or national party. As a state party or national party. And now, how a political party will be recognized as a state party in India? What is the criteria that a political party will get a state party status? First is 6% of valid votes polled. 6% of valid votes polled in an election. 6% of valid votes polled. In addition to this 6%, minimum 2 state legislative assembly seats. For example, there is a general election for legislative assembly. You should get 6% of valid votes polled. In addition to that, you should get 2 legislative assembly seats. Or 6% of valid votes polled and 1 Lok Sabha seat. 6% of valid votes polled in a general election and 1 Lok Sabha seat. Or see, first is 6% of valid votes polled and 2 legislative assembly seats. Or 6% of valid votes polled and 1 Lok Sabha seat. Or it is 3% of seats in the assembly or 3 seats, whichever is more. 3% of seats or 3 seats, whichever is more. Okay. For example, take AP Legislative Assembly. There are 175 seats. 3% of seats or 3 seats, whichever is more. What is 3% in 175? It was around 6. It was around 6 or 3, whichever is more. So, if a party want to get a recognition, it should get minimum 6 seats in this criteria. And the next criteria is for every 25 Lok Sabha seats, at least 1 seat should go to that political party. For every fraction of 25 Lok Sabha seats, 1 seat should go. For example, if a state have 80 Lok Sabha seats, state like UP, if it have around 80 Lok Sabha seats, minimum 4 should go to Lok Sabha from that party. If it has around 42 seats, minimum 2 should go. So, this is one criteria. See, now imagine a condition. Imagine a condition where a party is a strong party but did not win any seats. It got a strong vote base but did not get any seats. In India, in the regional elections and national elections, you all know, winning or losing might happen with a small edge, losing its 2000 votes, 3000 votes, 4000 votes or 5000 votes. The party can have a strong vote base, but the party did not get any seats, and for that reason a new criteria was given. Even if it does not win any seats, if a party gets 8% of valid votes, if a party gets 8% of valid votes, then also that party will be entitled to get recognition as a state party. If a party gets 8% of valid votes, then also the party will get recognized as a state party. So there are various conditions and criteria to get recognized as a state party. First condition is 6% of votes in the votes polled in the general election, not in the by-election. 6% of votes polled along with 2 legislative assembly seats, or 6% of votes polled and 1 Lok Sabha seat, or 3% of seats are 3 seats, whichever is more. 3% of seats are 3 seats, whichever is more, or in every fraction of 25 Lok Sabha seats from your state, that political party should win at least 1 in every 25, or without all these criteria, if the party wins 8% of valid votes, if the party gets 8% of valid votes, even without winning any seat, if it gets 8% of valid votes, then that political party is called state party. So this is a criteria. So in many circumstances and cases, political parties, state parties will not get this percent of votes. See, 6% of votes, 2 legislative assembly seats, 6% of votes, 1 Lok Sabha seat, 3% of seats are 3 seats, whichever is more, or for every fraction of 25 Lok Sabha seats, 1 seat, or 8% of valid votes. You have to get one criteria to be fulfilled to be called as state party. And party recognition will be done through Election Symbols Order 1968. Whereas, if a political party to be called as a national party, if a political party to be called as a national party, what is the condition? As you all know, there are only 7 national parties in India. There are only 7 national parties in India. If a party wanted to become a national party, what is the criteria? If a party wanted to become a national party, the criteria is 6% of valid votes polled in 4 different states. 6% of valid votes in 4 different states, along with winning 4 Lok Sabha seats. 6% of valid votes polled, they should get 6% of valid votes in 4 different states, along with winning 4 Lok Sabha seats, or 2% of Lok Sabha seats. What do you mean by 2% of Lok Sabha seats? Out of 545, 2%, 11. 11 Lok Sabha seats. Is it from one state? No. If 11 Lok Sabha seats from one state criteria is there, most of the regional parties will become national parties. 11 Lok Sabha seats from 3 different states. First is 6% of votes polled from 4 different states along with 4 Lok Sabha seats, or 2% of Lok Sabha seats, and that means 11. 2% of Lok Sabha seats means 11 Lok Sabha seats from 3 different states. 11 Lok Sabha seats from 3 different states, or if a party gets recognized as a state party from 4 different states. If a party gets recognized as a state party from 4 different states. For example, Trinamool Congress 2 years back Trinamool Congress have become national party. It have become national party by fulfilling the criteria that Trinamool Congress have become a state party in 4 different states: West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh, Tripura, Manipur. Trinamool Congress have become a state party from 4 different states: West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh, Tripura, Manipur. Then after winning state party status in 4 different states, automatically Trinamool Congress got national party status. So, a political party to become a national party can fulfill either of the 3 criteria. First criteria is 6% of votes polled in 4 different states along with winning 4 seats in Lok Sabha. Second criteria is 2% of seats in Lok Sabha, that is 11 seats in Lok Sabha from 3 different states. Third criteria is getting recognition as a state party from 4 different states. Getting recognition as a state party from 4 different states. So, getting recognition as a state party from 4 different states, Trinamool Congress recently got it 2 years back. National party status, state party status, recognition status once granted is not permanent. Generally for every 5 years, Election Commission will review. Now Election Commission have extended period to many political parties to prove themselves as national parties. Some of the political parties like CPIM already got some issues with the national party status, but still they are continuing because Election Commission have not yet reviewed the status. So, Indian National Congress, BJP, Bahujan Samaj Party, that is BSP, Nationalist Congress Party, CPI, CPIM and Trinamool Congress. These are the 7 political parties which got national party status, and more than 58 parties got state party status. More than 1700 registered parties exist in the India. As India is a multi-party democracy, multi-parties are allowed because India is a pluralist and diversified country. Multi-parties are allowed because India is a pluralist and a diversified country. We adopted multi-party democracy, and in the party system, the distinction between one political party and the other political party is ideology. Basically, the distinction between one political party to the other political party is ideology. As many realist political thinkers said now, including Morgenthau, ideology is only a myth in politics, but still basically every political party have its own ideology in its foundation, have its own agenda in its foundation. Every political party have its own ideology and agenda. So, we can make a distinction between one political party and other political party based on its ideology or agenda. This is very important.